Okay, so here we go yet again with this video. It's the third time. This is why it's so difficult for me to do um, YouTube videos, guys. This is the third take. So I did this 2 times yesterday. Second time it came out great, but then I got a call. I didn't get back to it today. I got a haircut, from what I looked like yesterday. You guys wouldn't know that because you didn't see the video yesterday because I wasn't able to finish it. Again, that is why it's so difficult for me to do YouTube videos. Anyway, keep getting requests to redo the Twitch Studio beta. And so by now, I've already gone over this. This is my third time going over it. So I'm all into it again. There has been an update. Some things have been changed, which is why some of you can't find the things that we're talking about. So starting out here. So here we have our interface. So how it loads up, everything like that, right? With nothing in it. So you'll probably load it up. You'll get some scenes over here that are pre-made. Delete those. Don't worry about those. We're not going to need those, right? Not necessary. Let me open up this real quick. I'm going to grab those because we're going to need StreamElements. Okay, so add scene. Good. So click that button right there where it says scenes, main screen share, right? Full screen application. That's just, yeah. Don't worry about that. That's the button you want. Scene right there. Add scene. Go to scene. Right click. Edit. Boom. Now we're in the editor. Layers. So here you can go and you can choose the scenes that you're editing. So you don't ever actually have to, if you're editing multiple scenes, you don't ever really have to leave the scene editor. You can just kind of bounce back and forth between the scenes that you're doing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to add a layer. Okay. The first layer that we're going to add, the most important one, is browser source, right? So you've got capture layers, screen share, webcam, main screen share, additional layers, Twitch alerts, image, browser source. Right there. That one right there. If you're going from in rows, fourth one down, and all or from additional layers, second one down, that row. Add. Boom. This is the part where a lot of people are having a problem. Okay. Adjusting the size. What you need to do is over here where it says we have this area where size and proportions. Don't worry about that. Sizing. Don't worry about that. Flip. Nope. Web page. We're going to come back to that in a second. Additional options. Custom page resolution is off by default. Turn that on. Width, which is W, 1920. Height, which is H, 1080. Right? Enter. Essentially, right? Now, whatever goes inside of this box is going to fit fine. Now, we're just going to extend this out. Each corner of the overlay. Just like that, from corner to corner. Done. Now, we're going to go into StreamElements. Okay? Bring it over here in a second. All right, StreamElements right here, right? This is what we're going to be looking at. For some reason, I have a video by Harris Heller playing. I want that right. So we're going to go to my dashboard. I'm not going to show you my dashboard. Right? Right, don't want to be showing my embarrassing numbers. You go to my overlays, right? So what is that? This little thing right here, my overlays. This is assuming that you have some type of overlay in StreamElements, okay? Now, in StreamElements, on any one of these, we're going to be going with the main scene, right? So let's see, mission. There's my background scene. So, all right, let's set this up from like layer to layer, right? So the first thing we're going to set up is to set up our background. Okay. So I'm going to copy URL. So I've got an animated background that I like to use on my main scene. Copy the link right there. Copied it off of there, right? See that? Show that again. Three little dots. Copy URL. Boom. URL's copied. Paste it in here. The little go button. It's loading. Boom. There it is. There's our background animation. What our background animation. Okay, now for the browser source here, I'm going to rename it. BG means background. I'm going to add another layer, another browser source. Add. We're going to call this one main OV, right? OL, whatever's like, whatever. Right, so that's our main overlay. We're going to do the same thing, custom page resolution, 1920 by 1080. Right? Now we're going to go back into our stream elements. Going to our, wherever your main scene is, right? Could be different than, it's going to be different than mine, okay? Copy the URL. Again, three dots, copy URL, paste in, go. There's our overlay. It's really small. Like this, like that. Now I'm going to show you what happens if you turn off custom page resolution. If you do not have custom page resolution on, this is what it's going to look like, and this is what's going to happen. No matter how much you move it around, it is not going to fit. You need to turn on custom page resolution, put in 1920 by 1080, or whatever the actual size that you're working with. Not on the stream, but through StreamElements. If your overlay design is done in 1920 by 1080, that is the full size that you want to use in custom resolution. If it is 720, you want to do 1280 by 720. Whatever your custom, whatever your resolution is of the overlay that you are using is what you want to set that as in order to get the full thing right here. Because the resolution here in Twitch Studio Beta is 720p at 60 FPS. My custom page resolution is not at 720, 1280 by 720, at 1920 by 1080, because that is the size of my overlay. So the size of your overlay and the size that you put into custom page resolution need to match. Okay? Next thing we're going to do, okay, click on webcam. Twitch Studio Beta should grab your webcam at the beginning of your setup. I'm going to click add. Now, if you notice, you can't see me. If you're using a virtual camera, like I am, because if you're using just your main webcam, you're not going to be able to, for example, do what I'm doing right now, which is have my webcam running in OBS and on your stream at the same time, right? Or inside of this right here in different sources, basically. So you couldn't run it like on OBS and do a Skype call at the same time with video. If you're using a virtual cam like Snapcam or Logic Capture or NVIDIA Broadcast, any virtual camera that you're using makes it so you can split your video to different programs, which is what we're going to be doing here. So generally speaking, if this is the only piece of software that you are running, this should automatically be working because it's going to pick up your main camera, which is HD Pro Webcam C920. C920. So we're going to click change. In my case, that's my camera, but that's not the camera source I'm using. I'm using Snapcam. We're going to click on that, and we're going to click done. And we can tell that we want to move this below that right there, not below background, because move below backgrounds, we'll see it right there in the middle. Little sandwich there. And boom, there we go. There we have the webcam, our overlay. Now, again, my biggest gripe with this program, my biggest gripe from the beginning with this program is the quality of the camera. Um, Before they had some uh, filters and things like that. It looks like they came back. Okay, so color filters, edit color filters. So they've got some color filters again. So I'm not even joking you. Yesterday when I did this, the color filters were not there. I'm not even kidding. They're there now. Okay, so we've got some color filters, so you can kind of go through and see what you want to do, what looks cool um, to you personally. Um, Honestly, in my opinion, a lot of these don't really look that great. Like they're pro, if you can tell. So my backlight is purple, but if you can see it up there, it looks like aquamarine. Um, None of these are really like wow, honestly. Um, Vibrant. Okay, they've got custom. So if you can find .cube files, you could use these. Um, so let's see here. Let's see if we can find anything. Right? Let's do it. So this one I'm gonna do right off the bat. We're gonna do this together right now. Okay, and see if we can find it. Right. So let's see here. So um so I'm doing the same thing that anybody should be doing if they're looking for files for this, right? So what we do is we just do kind of like a little search and see what we come up with, right? Now, depending on what we're looking for, Moody Lutz, let's see if these are dot cubes. See, download links will be emailed to you. And that could work. I'm not going to put my information into it right now, but that could work. Okay. Packet free. Okay, so there's 12 LUTs in this one. That one right there looks pretty good if it's actually in here. Okay, let's download it. All right, Purple 11 free LUTs pack. Okay, so that is purple11.com / free LUTs, LUTS. All right, you guys can see it right up there, hopefully. All right, let's open it up. Let's actually see what's in this first. Let's scan it. My suggestion, anytime you download something like this, is just scan it with whatever antivirus you got. I'm using Windows Defender. That's what we're doing right now. 28 files scanned. Doesn't seem to be a problem. All right, I use 7-zip, so extract 2. Creates a folder with the same name. Okay, and these are in fact .cube files. Okay, so these right here are in fact .cubes. So now what I want to see is if it tells me which one's which. Okay, yeah, it does tell me which one's which. This one right here. This is the one I want to see. So this is undeniable. Okay. So let's see if this works, guys. If this works, then this is be probably like the biggest thing here, right? Honestly. So undeniable. Yeah, it's just black and white. Uh-oh. All right, Urban Cowboy. Okay, that one works. So undeniable is not the one that it says it is. Or did I just choose undeniable 2? I might have chosen undeniable 2 because undeniable 2 is black and white. So this one's not too bad. I just don't like the faded look for a stream. Like I like how my camera looks over here with the way you guys look seeing my main. Let's see here. Open. Okay, so this one isn't too bad. This isn't too horrible how this looks. Okay, so there you go. So if you can get .cube files, which are basically the LUTs for changing how things look, like you can't really adjust like contrast and things like that, which kind of sucks. I would really like to have that ability, but you can use .cube files kind of help your coloring. Like I like how I look right here. My skin tone's really natural. Contrast is nice and punchy. Right, so blacks are super black, but it doesn't, like for example, it doesn't consume the light that's behind me. This is how I like it, but if this is the program that you're using, this is what you have available to you. So if this is what you have available to you, then I would suggest just go for it, right? Because this isn't bad. So this one looks nice and punchy right here. Going for a walk. Let's see what that one looks like. Because if you guys are going to get this, right, let's just figure it out, right? Let's see what looks good. So this one, okay, so this is closest to this LUT going for a walk from this free pack that we just downloaded from, where do we download this from? purple11.com/free-LUTs/. That's where we just got that. I think I'll throw that link up in the description, or down, up, down, wherever the description is these days, right? I will throw the link there so you guys can just go and download it yourselves. This one is the closest. It's still a little faded for my liking, right? There's still like a little, but it's the closest to what I'm using currently, right? So there's your camera. Camera setup, right? One more layer, right? This one we're gonna do screen share, right? Add. Now we need to figure out what we're adding. Full screen application. No. So again, screen share. We're gonna put that down between underneath the main overlay and underneath the webcam, because you see my webcam overlaps where the main screen is going, in my case. Okay. Now we're going to come over here where it says screen share source, this full screen application. We want to change that, at least I do, to entire screen monitor 1. Done. Falls right into place. Boom. There's my ultra wide. This is OBS, what we're looking at here, right? And there it is. There is your overlay. There is your setup. And you repeat those steps for every overlay that you want to add. And that's our scene. I will rename the scene to, I like renaming it to main. My main scene is always I always call it main. That way it works better on Streamdeck. Also, Streamdeck now also has integration with Twitch Studio Beta. So if you're rocking a Streamdeck, then you're not going to be left in the dust with that. We actually have, let me create a folder here and then open it up. So, for example, we can come over here to right here, and we can kind of come in, and if I'm not, Twitch Studio right there. Select scene, so you can actually set your scenes into here, right? There's main scene right there, and go through. So now you can have all your scenes in your Stream Deck and work. I forget that you guys can see it on both sides now because of capture. Anyway, so that is how you set up Twitch Studio Beta. Now, my only other gripe with this, okay, is this uses a lot of CPU. And my only complaint about it using a lot of CPU is a lot of us are using single system setups. And we're not using, a 3950X or a 3900, right? CPU with 12 cores, 24 threads to stream. Some people don't even have RTX cards, right? If you're running an RTX card, even if it's a 2060 Super, Um, I wouldn't really suggest streaming on a 2060 like a normal base 2060 with 6 gigs of RAM. If you're running a 2060 Super, I've done it. It works great. I'm running a 2080. Um, the new NVENC encoder, honestly, is a lifesaver. Frees up a lot of CPU. But if it's freeing up a lot of CPU, you don't want this, right? You don't want it to be using it's almost 20%. There's points where it's jumping to almost 20% usage. And if we look at, you guys can't really see it, but my CPU usage on OBS is between 1.5 to 3% CPU. So if we open up Task Manager and we throw Task Manager up over here for you, you guys can get a feel for this. So CPU, Twitch Studio Beta. So on this part right here, it's a 7% OBS while recording. I'm recording with OBS, guys. Using, so you can see the difference between the two of them. So Twitch Studio uses a lot of CPU. Now, the only reason why I'm using memory and GPU with OBS right now is because I'm recording. I'd have to see what the numbers look like with Twitch Studio Beta once we start actually using it. And see if you notice, like, so you got Twitch Studio here. There was another one, Twitch Studio. There's 2 instances of Twitch Studio. Right, so it's not just that one instance. So there's 2 instances, 3 instances there. I don't understand why there are 3 instances, but there are 3 instances being marked here that are jumping all over the place, which I'm sure are different processes in the program, which are causing this amount of CPU usage. Okay, which is why this is jumping up and down. And we're not live, we're not doing anything. Like, we just set up a scene. That's all we did. I like the direction that they're going. Now, also keep in mind that this means that this is also it's beta software, right? So it's probably not it's being optimized, right? The point now is to get you guys going live. That's the point in this program. Also, if you notice, so it says slow frames 3. I just reset it right here, but it looked like I dropped 7 frames at some point for some reason or another. So I'm assuming slow frames. Let's see. So slow frames are due to your CPU or GPU being overloaded and impact stream quality. So not sure where that's coming from. There's nothing running on the computer. I'm running a 6-core, 12-thread Ryzen 2600. It's not, by no means is the top of the line, but it's 6 cores and 12 threads. It's not a bad CPU at all. And all of everything I'm doing right now on OBS is running through the GPU. So if you have an RTX card, make sure that you're running your stream off of your NVENC encoder. If you can actually do that on this, that's actually a really good question. Let's see, settings. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Well, I got you guys here, right? So stream right there, 720, 60 FPS, 28 FPS, right there. Okay, good. Encoder. So yes, so guys, if you want to make sure you're using your NVENC encoder, if you have an RTX card using this, file, settings, stream, encoder, get X264 and NVIDIA NVENC hardware. Use NVENC. X264 is going to use your CPU. This program is already using enough CPU as it stands. Okay. It seems like there's some advanced overrides. So I wouldn't screw around with those. Other than that, that's it, guys. I really hope that this is helpful. I hope you guys, enjoy this one as much as you enjoyed the first one. Took me 3 takes to get this thing done, but finally here it is. Any questions, shoot them in the comments. For those who have been asking, and I kept telling you that I was I'm making it today. I'm making it today. I promise you, I was trying. But here it is. Thank you guys again. I'm inconsistent and all over the place with YouTube. You can definitely try to check me out on Twitch, which is where I am 4 days a week, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. which is twitch.tv/Mr. Malice. It's Mr. Malice with Mr. with a Y because somebody already had with an I. So it is what it is. So on YouTube, I am inconsistent at best, and unreliable at worst. Hey, just call it the way it is. But I do hope that this was helpful, and I will see you guys hopefully in another video soon. Thanks for checking me out. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Stay metal, guys.